So we are at Fort Zachary in Key West, Florida, which is a historic fort that was started being built in 1845. When it was fully manned, there was 450 soldiers that barracked here. And there's a ton of cannons they have out that you can see, and cannonballs, and it's kind of like a historic walkthrough, and it's $7 for 2 people in one vehicle to get into the park, so pretty affordable. And really cool history about protecting this area during the Spanish-American War, World War I, and World War II. It stopped being used as a fort for defense purposes in 1947. This is the view on the other side, and there's a cruise ship. And there are the barracks that housed the soldiers. There's a chapel in there, and then pretty much just empty rooms that they say don't go in, unstable area. A few of the front rooms there have information about cannon shot and what type of cannons they used. On that other side over there is where they kept people in jail until they were able to be taken for trial. So this is a harbor view. The northwest bastion provides an excellent view of the Key West harbor. To the left, which is south, which is the way I'm showing you right now, is the main ship channel. And to the right, which is north, is the main harbor. During World War I and II, the fort protected the submarine and destroyer forces from the nearby U.S. Naval Station. And then some interesting information about the battleship Maine. In the late 1890s, Key West was a winter home for the North Atlantic Fleet, including the battleship Maine. It was anchored in the Key West Harbor, a short distance from the fort. Days before it left for Havana Harbor in the late January of 1898. 3 weeks later, on the evening of February 15th, 1898, a mysterious explosion sank the battleship in Havana Harbor. The event led to the declaration of war against Spain in April 1898. And this is where I'm standing. This is the second floor. And I don't know what that is. There's no informational sign. And then you can see the barracks in the background. And this fort is shaped in a trapezoidal shape. So this is where they would have defended. They have these cannons set up all over. And the cool thing is you can see where it was damaged. This one doesn't show it as well. The next one does. Just walk over here. But you can see the damage on the concrete or on the bricks. And one of the other signs was saying how the bricks were laid by Irish masonries. Pretty cool since it's still up. I'll show you out here. This big yard area. So I thought I would read this to you guys. This is about how this guy uncovered all these cannons and stuff, so it's kind of interesting. So in July 1968, Howard England was tasked to evaluate the fort of Fort Taylor, which was then the Navy's junkyard. The first evacuations in December 1968 quickly revealed buried Civil War arrangements. So he ended up finding so many guns and cannons that, and thousands of rounds of ammunition, that he ended up actually getting the nickname as Mr. Rodman. And a lot of the cannons that are out here are what he uncovered through evacuating the site. So this is where they kept the prisoners until they were shipped out for trial. So not exciting, but interesting. So this is all the different type of cannon shot they used. back then. And a little replica of the cannons with the horses pulling it into position. And here are some of the cannons. So I think this area used to be the barracks, so they've now filled it with, I don't know that all of these are originals, so probably some of them are replicas, but good to show what was there. And I thought this was very interesting. Shows what type of cement and bricks were used to build this fort. And this is the shape of it from a bird's eye view.